a little bit of light playtime before I ask all of you brains out there after the weekend I've had for an explanation on the main topic at the moment for me, the speed of light. Everybody seems to know exactly how it all works. I'll just do for now for playtime. So, what is it about? What is it always about? Speed of light, of course. That wouldn't want to get hacked, would we? So good evening, observatory lovers. I'm asking for your help because here I am, all on my lonesome, and I seem to be the guy sat at the back of the class with his hand up. Everybody else understands exactly what's going on, and silly old me does not. All right? I've had enough. So, everybody else understands it. Everybody else keeps dropping the links. How about a little lending hand, a little explanation? Show me what I'm missing. Because I'm pretty sure it's not me. This is about one thing and one thing only. The speed of light. It doesn't matter whether it's in a vacuum or not. Try not to get cranky, but when it's one person against a small army, then it just goes over and over and over again. It gets to the stage where, yes, the old pulse does go up a little bit. So, smart, intelligent people that know everything and I know nothing, and that you're not believing in absurdities and I'm talking rubbish. Run me through this, okay? Let's start at the beginning, shall we? Tell me what I'm missing, please. How is the speed of light measured? Before the 17th century, it was generally thought that the light is transmitted instantaneously. This was supported by the observation that there is no noticeable lag in the position of Earth's shadow on the moon during a lunar eclipse, which would otherwise be expected if c were finite. When they say c, they mean speed of light. It just saves saying speed of light all the time. Nowadays, we know that light moves just too quickly for the lag to be noticeable. Galileo doubted that light speed is infinite, and he devised an experiment to measure that speed by manually covering and uncovering lanterns that were spaced a few miles apart. I can't believe I'm reading this again. All right, We don't know if he ever attempted the experiment, but again, C is too high for such a method to give an even remotely accurate answer. And I can't believe that the person who thought this up actually wrote this down as an example. Or this next one. The first successful measurement of the speed of light was made by Olaus Römer in 1676. He noticed that depending on the Earth-Sun-Jupiter geometry, there could be a difference of up to 1,000 seconds between the predicted times of the eclipses of Jupiter's moons and the actual times that these eclipses were observed. Right? Get that? He noticed that depending on the Earth-Sun-Jupiter geometry, where everybody was in the sky, there could be a difference of up to 1,000 seconds between the predicted times of the eclipses of Jupiter's moons and the actual times that these eclipses were observed. Now, did he have seconds? Look, it's just ridiculous, okay? Alexa, how many minutes are in 1,000 seconds, or 1,000 divided by 60 would probably be the best way to go? 16, 17. 16. Why so low here? So whatever. He just so happened to notice that the eclipse was 1,000 seconds out. He correctly surmised that this is due to the varying length of time it takes for light to travel from Jupiter to Earth as the distance between these two planets varies. He obtained a value of c, speed of light, equivalent to 214,000 kilometers per second, which was very approximate because planetary distances were not accurately known at that time. So not only were there no kilometers, no metric, there was no imperial, there was no power, right? Because electricity, the bulb didn't come into the late 1800s. And there's still, listen, anybody who thinks this is even remotely possible, oh my, what have they done to you, all right? This is a joke. So if anybody can explain this to me, right, I'd love it, all right? Because that is not an explanation. This is just words and people are left to their own devices. And this just falls flat on its face, all right? Now let's go to the next one, which is probably the catalyst for this tonight. I was speaking to somebody about this, the usual stories, links. Look, this is how they did it. Oh my, is it even possible, right? See, I'm getting, my heart rate's going up because it's just ridiculous. And it's annoying, right? That people, I mean, does anybody understand what I'm saying, right? Or is it just seriously just a case of, no, this is how they did it? Because it is not how they did it, right? And we talk about that syndrome, what is it, that Kronig effect, where people are, they think they're smart enough to know what's going on, but they're actually not even smart enough to know that they're not smart enough to know. That's where we are at, and it is not me, all right? In 1728, James Bradley made another estimate by observing stellar aberration, being the apparent displacement of stars due to Earth's motion around the sun. He observed a star in Draco and found that its apparent position changed throughout the year. All stellar positions are affected equally in this way. This distinguishes stellar aberration from parallax, which is greater for nearby stars than it is for distant stars. To understand aberration, a useful analogy is to imagine the effect of your motion on the angle at which rain falls past you as you run through it. If you stand still in the rain when there is no wind, it falls vertically on your head. If you run through the rain, it comes at you at an angle and hits you on the front. Bradley measured this angle for starlight. And knowing Earth's speed around the sun, he found a value for the speed of light of 301 people. It's annoying, all right? This is stupidity, right? It's a fact. It's not like I'm saying something that only I can see. Anybody, right, who has got a certain amount of common sense should be able to read this and see it for what it is. Please don't tell me that this is how they worked it out. Read it, deal with it, because it's wrong, all right? It's rubbish. These things are rubbish. The first 3 measurements of the speed of light are absurdities. This is written for stupid people, for people who can't work stuff out, because that is what they're relying on, all right? The first measurement of C that didn't make use of the heavens was by Armand Fizeau in 1849. He used a beam of light reflected from a mirror 8 kilometers away. 1849. The first bulb came out in 1880s. Electricity was first used in the 1880s. So this guy, right, he used a beam of light reflected from a mirror 8 kilometers away. The beam was aimed at the teeth of a rapidly spinning wheel. What kind of a beam of light did this guy have in 1849? This is the 4th one. Stupid. It's a stupidity. Listen, this isn't even funny anymore, right? This is absolutely ridiculous. The beam was aimed at the teeth of a rapidly spinning wheel. The speed of the wheel was increased until its motion was such that the light's two-way passage coincided with a movement of the wheel's circumference by 1 tooth. What does that mean? See, it's not, see, that's how he did it. What? No. What does that mean? What was this movement of the wheel's circumference by 1 tooth? What was that measuring? What was that measurement, right? This is where it's at. What is that measurement? It's a stupidity. This gave a value for the speed of light of 315,000 kilometers per second. Leon Foucault improved on this result a year later using rotating mirrors, which gave the much more accurate value of 200. His technique was good enough to confirm that light travels slower in water than air. Words, empty words, when you break it down, it's stupid. It's written for people who can't think critically, who can't break things down, all right? It's a fact. These are stupidities, not absurdities. After Maxwell published his theory of electromagnetism, it became possible to calculate the speed of light indirectly by instead measuring the magnetic permeability and electric permittivity of free space. This was first done by Weber and Kohlrausch in 1857, still before the bulbs and electricity. In 1907, Rosser and Dorsey obtained 299,708 kilometers per second in this way. It was the most accurate value at that time. What? In 1907, Rosser and Dorsey obtained 299 in this way by, electromagnetism. It became possible to calculate the speed of light indirectly by instead measuring the magnetic permeability and electric permittivity of free space. Please advise me on that, all right? This was first done. These things are ridiculous. I don't even know. Finish reading this. It really, really riles me up. The whole planet out there, everybody believing the speed of light, and this is your explanations. And there is something wrong with me, right? Many other methods were subsequently employed to further improve the accuracy of the measurement of the speed of light, so that it soon became necessary to correct for the refractive index of air, since c is light's speed in a vacuum. In 1958, Froome obtained a value of 200 microwave in a Kerr cell shutter. I've looked it up. Somebody please explain it step by step with numbers so it shows what it means, what he was doing, why he did it. It can't be done, right? And all of you people, I'm going to say it again, that think you understand this stuff, you're delusional, unfortunately. I am waiting for an explanation of when the speed of light was measured. logically, all right? I'm not even gonna finish reading that because it's stupid. It's written for people who can't think because they're counting on it. The system banks on people that can't think, all right? And that is a fact. You better stay still, tripod, or I can throw you off the bus right now. Absurdity fans, I've had enough. Somebody drop me a message and tell me which one of those you understand yourself personally. All those smart people that have been calling me, oh, let's not even go there. Not bad names, just kind of trying to make out that I'm the stupid one. You people are kind of being led to understand something that makes no sense. Not one thing, everything written on there, right? So what we have here is the speed of light, 299,792 kilometers per second. If this is the fastest thing that there is, how is it measured? How can you measure something that you haven't got anything that will keep up with it? All right, this is the basics, okay? How do you measure the speed of light if it's the fastest thing there is? Come on. I'm sick of it, right? I'm sick of it. The thing is, you know what? It doesn't even matter what we say, because where do you go with this, right? The system's going to keep on trunking along, and you're going to get people who can see and read between the lines, and they're going to keep coming out saying stuff like this, and you people are just going to keep going conspiracy theories, where what it is you don't have the intelligence to understand that what you're reading is rubbish, all right? It needs to be said. This is one of those that's probably not going to get any views, like TikTok did to me yesterday with one of these explanations. YouTube is still uploading that one, right? They pick and choose, right? It's a fact. All they have to do is stop this. And who's ever going to know that there was somebody going on about the speed of light again? Because here I am again. You people think you understand. You understand nothing. You're understanding an absurdity. And if you're not, somebody explain one of these to me that makes sense with the numbers and how it was worked out logically. I still can't see anywhere where the speed of light has been measured accurately. Because how do you measure something if you can't keep up with it? All right? You can have as many mirrors as you want. How do you break it down? Something, it's the fastest thing on the planet. How are you going to keep up with it? A stopwatch, right? You can't measure a laser that from start to finish because you can't keep up with it, right? So where is it? It's over this, right? It's so obvious, the amount of absurdities, and it starts in 1676 with these ridiculous claims about Roma. Look at me, look how, it really riles me up. People pointing at me saying I've got the problem. Suggest you look in the mirror, people. They're laughing at you.